You are live. Hey, everybody, it's Dr. Minnie, and I'm here at well, where am I? Whoops. It's got a mind of its own. Hello, where are we?
Good morning. We are here at the Medina Railroad Museum in Medina, New York.
Excellent. And you are?
My name is Brody George. I do a lot here. I mostly manage collections and artifacts, railcar maintenance, and I do some conductor work on our excursions.
Excellent. And?
Hello, I'm Erica Joan Wineski, and I'm a volunteer here. I've been here for many years.
Excellent.
Great little museum.
So tell me about the museum.
So the museum building that you see behind us here was built in 1905 by the New York Central and Hudson River Railroad. It was the largest wooden freight house that the New York Central ever built, totaling in at 301 feet long. It was built for the purpose of one, upgrading their freight house here, as it was a small building about the size of the pavilion back there. The traffic between Niagara Falls and Rochester got so heavy that they needed a larger facility to handle all this. So once they built this building, it would be able to handle their traffic coming from Niagara Falls through Medina all the way to Rochester.
And why here? Why this specific spot? Is it halfway or is there something unique about it?
So Medina is mostly halfway between Niagara Falls and Rochester. The New York Central had already had buildings on this site, as well as a rail yard on the other side of the tracks.
Ah,
And so this was the ideal location to put this structure.
okay. So this was a yard.
That is correct.
And what era are we talking about? When are we're early 1900s, you said?
This structure would have been early 1900s. There would have been rail traffic through here all the way back into the 1850s, 1860s.
Excellent. So what did Medina look like in the 1850s and the 1860s?
It came about because it was on the Erie Canal. That was built in the 1820s.
Okay.
And a lot of little towns popped up along the Erie Canal, and they had quite a few industries. And Medina is traditionally known for, and still is known for, agriculture.
Okay.
Also, we made furniture, we made clocks, we had some foundries here, and
Oh, wow.
they have raw materials come in, and then you would have your finished products that have to go out. So Medina had a lot of busyness, and the canal was not really used for commerce as much when the turn of the century came.
Sure.
So it was now time for the railroads to take over because they were faster and a little cheaper to ship things in and out. So that's how it all began.
Now I see a big steel structure over there.
Yes.
What is that? Is that part of the railroad?
That was originally part of the railroad. It was a coaling tower at one point to be able to serve the steam locomotives,
Okay.
some of the local housing that required that coal. Later on, I believe it had been converted over to a diesel tank, and I believe it's now city property.
So
Not mistaken.
Yeah,
the yard is gone, but there are little sort of urban archaeology little bits
Yeah.
of it left.
structure is still there.
Right.
The largest portion you can see of the evidence is those concrete pads. There's two sets. In between those would have been sets of rail.
Right here, these two.
That is correct.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
from the tracks coming in, there would have been an additional 2 or 3 more tracks all the way up to the edge of this platform here.
And would there be passenger traffic here as well? Was there a passenger station or is that?
Passenger traffic was across the street from
Okay.
at the Sandstone Depot there. From 1905 to 1908, though, as they were servicing,
Oh, right, there it is.
rebuilding
Okay.
it.
Yeah, right there. Got
they
it.
were rebuilding that structure. This freight house acted as a temporary station.
Okay.
Medina and Orleans County as a whole is known for sandstone. We had a number of sandstone quarries that were used in the mid 1800s. And what happened is the canal workers needed jobs, so they would go into harvesting these stones, and they shipped them all over the world. They
Really?
even shipped them to Buckingham Palace.
Really?
We are famous.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So we should show people which is the best side to show them the whole length of the structure.
So that side will be your best way to
All right,
show them the
let's-
entire length.
Let's show people how big this beautiful building is. So how did this structure get saved? Because so many get knocked down.
Right. So it's actually kind of an interesting story. New York Central used the structure all the way into the 1950s.
Oh, okay.
After the 1950s, they realized they didn't need this large of a freight house here.
It's
or
huge.
much anyway. So they sold the building, And around the end of the 1950s, Hickey Furniture moved in. They
Okay.
used the entire structure as a warehouse, and the front room as a showroom.
Got it.
It was Hickey Furniture all the way up into the early 90s when they decided that they just wanted to retire at that point.
Sure.
Around in about 1994, a man from Batavia named Marty Phelps, or otherwise known as firefighter, what was it, firefighter Marty?
Firefighter Marty, yes.
Yeah.
He decided that he wanted to finally build his train museum. He had been collecting for years. He had wanted to build a large-scale train layout and saw that the largest New York Central wood freight house was up for sale.
Perfect.
And so he acquires the building in 1994 and creates it into what was known as the Medina Railroad Exhibit Center. From 1994 until 1997, it remains the exhibit center until they become a certified museum. And from then, we've continued to work on restoring the structure, adding new exhibits, and showcasing different railroads, aspects of the railroad, and we even showcase military and fire equipment.
Yeah, I went in very quickly and then I thought, oh, this is too good. I got to go back and get my camera. So I'm going to show people the outside and then maybe we can walk inside because there's
Sure.
quite a layout in there, isn't there?
There is.
Oh, yeah.
That's someone's put a lot of love and work into that.
Oh, yeah.
So this is, and how original is the building?
So the structure itself, it was about 95% original.
Oh, wow.
We are about to undertake one of the largest projects we've had of repainting and re-roofing the entire structure in anticipation for its 120th anniversary next year.
Oh, happy
Yes.
anniversary. Wonderful. Look at this. That's wonderful. And I see some tankers down there. Are those part of the museum or is that active like someone?
That is active railroad tankers. There's a company that down there that does CO2 and I believe fertilizer. And so the trucks will come in, unload those cars. The railroad will take the empties out, bring the loaded in, and repeat the process.
So there's active industry as well. So
That is
this is a working railroad as well as I see there's a tourist railroad as well here. Yeah.
Yes, we do the train rides. We're having a foliage rides coming up. We go to Lockport.
Nice.
We go 2 weekend days and 1 Thursday, and we're trying to get everybody to buy their tickets.
Lovely.
Time is
Well,
the
colors,
deadline's
yeah,
coming.
the colors are about to change.
Yeah.
All right, let's go inside.
All right.
Let's take a look at what we've got in here. That's an amazing structure. I'm sure there's some modelers who have modeled this.
There's some that have tried. I don't know of any models that have actually been made of this structure.
And you said, how long was it?
It's 301 feet long.
Ooh, so that would be a big structure. It's
That would be a
87th scale.
Oh, yeah, any scale would be massive.
Yeah. I like that. There you go. That's what you need to have on your door when you've got a layout. All right, after you guys.
Okay. This space here, back in the day, would have been the station master's office.
Oh, okay.
And then this would be where all the clerks would do their paperwork. And we have old photos of the workspace.
I think I see a clerk right here.
That's one.
Yes. He looks a little stiff.
He's quite a listener, you know.
Oh, wow.
Taking out his Morse code.
And this would have been, what era is he?
That would have been early 1900s, around 1905 to 1915.
Okay.
There's some pictures on the wall right over there that show what this room would have looked like in the early to mid 1900s.
And that's photographed right here.
That is photographed about from where I'm standing.
Oh, wow. So there's really good history, a lot of preserved. Wow. This place is amazing. So this would have been where the paperwork is done, and then all back there where the layout is, where we're going, is to be the freight house.
That is
Where
correct.
and what kind of freight are we talking?
They had about 5 or 6 doors dedicated to Heinz Pickle.
Heinz Pickle.
They had a factory about a half a mile down the track.
Ooh.
The famous pickle, which was a sign in front of the factory when it was operating.
Is there still a big pickle sign somewhere?
We
It's
have
here.
the.
Oh, let's go look at a big pickle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is
the
great.
history
Look
of the
at all of
building.
the, yeah.
A little bit on the 999 and some other miscellaneous materials and Zephyr. So the 999 reaches this high with a wheel, and you can see how it
Oh,
got its,
wow.
quick speed, able to run over 100 miles an hour.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Christmas Eve. Broken
Uh-oh.
coupler.
Ooh, is that here? That, yeah, there's the
Yes,
building.
right
There's
out here,
the,
right out in front.
oh, I hope no one was hurt. Look at, there's the shed right there. So 1968.
Yep, Christmas Eve.
What a mess. That's not a very nice present to clean up.
No.
Wow. And who was operating the line then? Because I see a lot of CN cars.
That would have been Penn Central.
Penn Central. Oh, and there we are. There's,
Medina Aerial 1946.
Yeah, it would have been 1945,
45. Okay. You
wow.
can see the Walsh Hotel, which it's rumored that Babe Ruth had stayed there at one time.
Oh,
The
wow.
little hotel in the corner. It's still there.
That is-
You know that, here's a fun fact. Babe Ruth
Mhm.
hit his very first home run in Toronto.
Oh.
And the baseball is still at the bottom of Lake Ontario. No one's ever found it yet.
Oh.
Yeah. There was a stadium there, and his first, I guess, professional home run or whatever. The ball is still, people look for it every now and then, but I mean, it was years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
So, okay. So this is good because I live here.
Anyway.
That's where I'm going.
Oh.
My wife is probably wondering where I am right now. So I live there. And we are, I'm guessing, somewhere in, there's Rochester.
Right.
So we're there, found it. Okay, so I'm about 2 hours from home. So there, so that's what you said when you said halfway between, there's Niagara Falls,
Rochester.
there's Rochester, and boom, there we are. And was there some significance in terms of how far the engines could go without filling up with water, or?
So depending on the type of locomotive you had, whether you were using diesel, steam, diesels easily could make the run all the way through. Steam engines, I believe they would refill somewhere within Medina limits.
Right. That's a beautiful map. Okay, this is when I got this far.
Yeah.
This is where I said, okay, I think I'll grab my camera.
Yeah, but a lot of people, they look at it at one time and they have to pick their eyeballs up off the floor.
So yeah, there are the eyeballs right down there. So this is one person's layout. Is this a labor of love, or is there a club that comes in and works on this, or?
So this was a group effort by a handful of different clubs, handful of different people. It started around 2001. There's a photo right on the wall back here from when it was started.
Okay.
And it is so far in about 24 years.
Okay.
And it's still being worked on. There's a handful of guys, including the young man back there in blue, who daily works and operates the layout to make sure it works to the highest potential that it can.
So this is an HSL.
Correct?
It layouts. And are we here this model where we or is it?
It's half and half.
Okay.
Some is modeled slightly after hotels. It's more of a hodgepodge, a lot of upstate New York and the Northeast.
Excellent.
So right in the corner, you have the Erie Canal.
Right.
It's a compressed conceptual of the Erie Canal representing several features of it.
Oh, I'd like to hear
And
about
you
that.
see the low bridge, everybody down over there with the mules going across. And then you have the locks, which Lockport, he has a good size.
I've never been to Lockport.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to go to Lockport. Yes.
Take the canal cruise. And then you have the packet boat, freight boats, etc., that were used along the canal. Of course, you would see the town where they'd be busy shipping materials in and out.
So the Erie Canal was built, you said 1820s, 25, and that's before the railroad.
Yes.
So when the railroad came in, was that it for the canal, or did they work together?
They were side by side for a little while.
Cooperative for a point.
And did things ever go off the canal onto the railroad and vice versa, or was it pretty much canal or railroad?
Railroads were more popular for transporting goods and people
Okay.
because it was quicker,
Quicker. Yeah.
cheaper, and of course that's usually in an economic
Mhm.
setting
Sure.
is what usually wins out. So,
So where are we here? Because this is quite an attractive
well,
town. Okay, we got a barrel maker.
Mhm.
We got lots of horses, which would make my wife happy because she has horse.
Well, that's the boogie era.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what they.
So we're back in the 1820s right now, 1830s.
Well, maybe
Late
after the canal got going.
Yeah.
Because you can see the
lumber.
advanced.
We got lumber there.
This looks like to be coal.
Yep. And some sort of maybe coal or quarry materials here.
Quarry materials, right?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Train. Nice. There's a mix of steam and modern. You're really making that guy work. All right. Oh, this is fascinating. So what is the canal currently used for? Is it pleasure mainly?
Mostly tourism.
So you can sail up and down?
The bicentennial anniversary is right around the corner next year. We're going to have the package.
Oh, yeah.
It's been restored, modern, built according to the same dimensions of the original packet boat.
Sure.
Touring the canal, and it's going to be a must see.
And what's a packet boat?
This is where the people would ride on. Freight boats were different.
Freight boats are different. So these are freight boats.
Packet boats were built for people
Okay.
to be touring or traveling on the canal.
Got it. Oh, wow. 200 years next year.
Anniversary, big
Oh, I see donkeys.
canal towns.
I really want a donkey. Apparently, they're not things that you were supposed to want. They're temperamental, but that's
The other thing, Buffalo for the anniversary for the canal, there's a group in Buffalo that rebuilt a replica of a packet boat called the Seneca Chief.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the one that's supposed to come
Nice.
through.
And then they're going to take the trip from Buffalo all the way to New York City and back using the canal route.
And the Erie Canal, if I remember correctly, was to link the Atlantic Ocean with the Great Lakes. And this is pre-Seaway,
Yes.
pre-St. Lawrence Seaway.
Train lines.
Okay. So if you needed to get something to Toronto
Mhm.
before the railroad from New York City, it came across the Erie Canal.
That is correct.
Interesting. Okay.
And
And
ancillary canals built off the Erie Canal as well to get down to the southern tier. And
okay.
other states built canals, modeling them after the Erie Canal
Interesting.
once it was completed.
Excellent. This is a beautiful layout. So just give people a sense of.
Yeah.
And so here we're obviously, this is more coastal. I see some lumbering. Wow, it's quite, must be fun. Do you operate it?
No, I just talk to people as a volunteer here, and sometimes I work in the gardens. That's about it. But
Nice.
we get busy, and I can be quite busy as well. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, show people the trains. Nice. All right.
It gets more modern as you progress in that direction. You notice.
So we've got some early railroads. So are we going, is there historical? Are we going along sort of from old to
New.
modern? Yeah, okay. Excellent. I'm just gonna see if anyone has any questions. All right. Hopefully I still have enough bandwidth. I hope people can see. All right. Well, thank you. I'm not going to keep you guys. I'm going to wander around a little bit unless is there anything specific as I wander that I should see?
Oh, the pickle.
Where's the pickle?
The pickle is way down here.
Okay.
All the way down to the end.
And then the other thing I would recommend seeing for any of the viewers who might be train nuts like some of us.
Yes.
Right on this side, that brass bell.
Let's go look at that right now.
That brass bell has some historical significance. The New York Central 999 steam locomotive, when it broke the speed record, was wearing this bell.
Wow.
It was gifted to the engineer as a retirement present, and the engineer's family then donated it to us.
So this is engine, now where is engine 999? Has that
It
been
is-
saved or is
It
it?
is saved. It's currently in the Chicago Museum of Science.
Oh, fabulous. Okay, and this is the bell.
This is the bell that it was wearing when it broke the record.
Wow. That must weigh a few pounds.
It does. Yeah, it's about 200 or 300 pounds. It took 3 of us to move it from one room to the other.
200 to 300 pounds.
Yes.
Wow. All right, well, thank you so much.
You're
I'm gonna
welcome.
officially thank you on camera.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much. And if I have any questions, I will come and find you guys.
Of course.
All right. Thank
Thank you.
you. Okay, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I have internet. I'm inside, so I hope it's not freezing up. If someone wants to let me know who's watching, whether the quality is okay, I appreciate it. I hope that I am able to this and share it with you. It really is a great layout. If anyone can pop a comment in, let me know if this is coming through. I'd appreciate it. Oh, it's freezing up. Okay. All right. Well, then I might end it. I'm sorry that we don't have fantastic internet connection, but definitely come and check it out. Okay. Bye, everybody.